YouTube. Today on the Naughty Librarian, I am doing the Grinch book tag. Since it's Christmas, I just wanted to get in the spirit. It's Christmas Day. Let's just do a little book tag. Let's feel Christmassy. Like, that's what I'm in the mood for, okay? This tag was created by Thoughts on Tomes, and I'll post a link to the original video down below so you can check that out. But in the meantime, let's get into some Grinchy Christmassy fun. Let's do this. Number 1. Half the lights on the tree are burnt out. Name a book that started out good and then went downhill. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Renegades by Meyer wasn't doing it for me. I did not like it that much. It was unfortunate because I loved the Lunar Chronicles. Like, loved it. I told like everyone I knew to read it. And then Marissa Meyer's coming back and she's doing freaking superheroes and supervillains. That's like perfect. You would think it would be perfect. However, Renegades was unfortunate. Like, it was kind of bad, honestly. And it's really thick. Like, thick with 2 C's. It is a thick book, and it was bad. And then Arch Enemies, the next book came out in the series. And I was like, okay, let's see if it gets any better. Maybe the first book was just set up, you know? So I read Arch Enemies, the next book, and like, it was bad too. So I think the series is just bad. It's bad for me, at least. I'm sure this has lots and lots of fans. A lot of people do really like this series, and I'm genuinely happy for them. I don't want to read books that are bad. I don't want other people to read books they don't like. So if you like the series, awesome. If you do not like the series, like, I get it. Like, it's not that good. It keeps getting worse. So, like, I have no interest in even reading the last book of the series, which I think just came out recently. Like, I'm no interest. 0% interest. I don't care how it ends. Like, that's how downhill it went. Number 2. Annoying great Aunt Sally who will just not leave you alone. Name a book that you didn't enjoy, but everyone else seems to love, so it just won't go away. Yeah, I don't get it. I read A Lesson in Thorns by Simone, and this book is blowing up. Like, people love it. People are sending it to their friends. People can't stop talking about this book. So I was like, okay, like, let me see what this is about. And I really, really disliked it. I thought it was very bad. It's not even, like, well written. Like, even the writing is poor. And it is, like, an extreme level of smut. Like, there's some people who are sensitive to smut and some people who like a lot of it. I personally don't mind a lot of smut. Like, that's fine with me. But even I found this a bit extreme for what was happening. It was just like, everybody's fucking everyone all the time for reasons. It's like they all had like a rough childhood and they all have some type of trauma in their lives and they take it out on everyone else with their genitals. Like, I don't get it. I don't get what the appeal is besides shock factor, because even the shock factor in this isn't handled well. Like, I feel like it's very poor. It's not a good book, but people love this and it keeps popping up on Instagram. Like, daily I see someone talking about this book. And I don't get it. Did I not read the same book everyone else read? Because I feel like I read a different book because it's bad. I don't get it. I don't get it. Number 3. Your pets keep knocking over the Christmas decorations. Name a character that kept messing things up for everyone else and can't be a villain. I'm gonna go with Taryn Duarte from The Wicked King by Holly Black. I'm not gonna say she's a villain, but hot damn, does she mess a lot of shit up. Like, she is annoying AF to me. Taryn is Jude's twin sister, and she's just, her whole purpose in the book is just to fuck Jude's shit up. Like, she just makes everything harder. I don't like her. I'm hoping, I haven't read the last book of the series though, Queen of Nothing. I haven't read it yet. I hope when I do, like, I get a better understanding of Taryn, because right now I'm just like, what a waste of a character. Like, she's so obnoxious. She just, like, every time she's on the page, I'm like, what's she gonna fuck up this time? Like, she just exists to be the antithesis of awesome. Number 4. You hear your parents putting out the presents and learn that Santa isn't real. Name a book you were spoiled for. I went with Akamath, A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, because the internet. I slept on this series for a long time. I only read it this year, 2019, and I knew like the big reveal because Feyre has a love affair with Tamlin in book 1, but since I have the internet, I know Feyre and Rhysand were like the couple, so I'm like, well, she's not gonna end up with Tamlin by the end of this. Like I knew that going in, so I feel like that's a pretty big spoiler, and I don't even feel bad saying it in this book because it's literally everywhere on the book internet, so like everyone knows. Like, it's not hard to find, it's constant. So yes, I knew that going in, completely spoiled. However, I'm that weirdo who literally does not care about spoilers. I actively look up spoilers at times just because I want to know. Like the suspense makes me crazier than knowing what's gonna happen. And honestly, knowing what's gonna happen in the book doesn't make me want to read the book any less. So yeah, totally. Don't mind spoilers, and this was spoiled for me, and I didn't mind. Number 5, it's freezing outside. Name a character you just couldn't connect with. I'm gonna go with Willowdean from Dumplin' by Julie Murphy. I finally read this year, and I really couldn't connect with Willowdean. We're supposed to empathize with her and see her struggles from her perspective, and while that is the case, she's not really a sympathetic character. She's kind of an a-hole. Like, if we're getting real here, she's kind of a jerk, and I didn't like how judgmental she was, while at the same time bemoaning the fact that everyone else is judgmental. So it's a little pot and kettle, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just wasn't connecting to her. I wanted to. I really wanted to love this because I did like the Netflix show. The Netflix movie was dope. I didn't like the book though. I thought the book was like, meh. It was like average. It was so-so. However, maybe for a younger audience, this might do better. For me, a grown-ass adult, I was just like, Willowdean, someone needs to sit you down and be like, girl, you need to cut the shit. But perhaps as a teen, I would understand the reasoning more. I'm not sure, but I just didn't connect to Willowdean. I wanted to, but I didn't. Number 6, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Sorry, every time I hear that, I have to do the hair flip. Anyway, All I Want for Christmas Is You is playing on repeat and giving you decidedly unromantic feelings. So name a couple you couldn't stand. I went with Rhiannon and Samson from The Right Swipe by Alicia Rye, and like both of them, I feel like this is just a bad relationship. I think they'll break up. I don't think this is an endgame relationship for either of them. Rhiannon is like such an insecure mess. Like, she needs tons of therapy, and she just flips out on Samson all the time, and Samson has, I don't know, I feel like he's a little like overdoing it to seem like he's the nice guy. Like, he is a nice guy, but he overdoes it. So instead of standing up for himself, sometimes he just kind of takes whatever like craziness she has, and it's not doing him any favors. So I feel like she's just gonna go crazy all the time, and he's gonna take it. And then, you know, eventually she'll realize I'm a crazy bitch and apologize, and he'd be like, it's okay, when it's fucking not. So, yeah, I feel like their relationship is not good. I don't think they should be together. I think Rhiannon needs to get her shit together before she gets with anyone else. However, I did like Rhiannon as a person in other books of this series, so I don't know. I just don't think they should be together. It's toxic. I think this is a bad relationship. If, like, Samson was my friend, I'd be like, like, you can get other women. She's not that great. So, yeah, this one. No, they shouldn't be together. Number 7, that scratchy wool sweater you got for Christmas years ago, but won't get rid of. Show some books that have been sitting on your shelves for quite a while, and you don't really have the motivation to read, but you still can't get rid of them, so they're just there. On a quick perusal of my shelves, I found these 3 books in particular. And I've had them on my shelves for like a really long time, and I do want to read them, but like I don't have a lot of, I don't know, desire to read them. Like, I'm not like dying to read these, but I do want to read them, so they just sit there, and then I feel guilty for not reading them, and then it's just a cycle. But anyway, so I have The Diviners by Libba Bray. I want to read this. I know I should, but I don't, and it's been on my shelf for at least 2 years or more, and oh gosh, I should read this, but I just don't. I should, but I don't. I also have Jane Unlimited by Christian Cashore. This is the ARC. It's been on my shelf since before September 2017, so over 2 years now. Haven't read it. I know it's good, allegedly. Like, I think it's supposed to be good, but like I see it, and I'm like, oh, I should read that. And then I just don't. I go read other things, so it just sits on my shelf. And also When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. I met Sandhya Menon, she's really sweet, and I've heard nothing but great things about this book. I definitely want to read it. And then it sits on my shelf and I see it, and then I move on with my life and I don't read it. I've met Sandhya, it's signed, I should read this, but like I don't because I'm a monster, but I don't know. These are just 3 books that have been on my shelves for a long time that I should read, but I never get around to reading. Number 8, Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Name a character death that you are still angry about. Okay, character deaths. These are always spoilers, so fair warning, I'm about to say a spoiler, I'm sorry, but you have been warned. You can mute the video for a hot second, because the book that this happens in isn't a surprise that there are character deaths. It's the end of a series, there's going to be character deaths. That's not like the secret. The secret is who the character is. I am still not over the way that Jay Kristoff killed off Eclipse in Dark Dawn, and it still haunts me to this day. It is so bad. Okay, so in case you are fuzzy on who all the characters were, Eclipse is one of the shadow demons, and that is the big dog that hangs out with Mia, who was originally from Cassius, who was another Hand of the Red Church. It was his demon shadow creature, and then Eclipse goes and lives with Mia. So it's Mia, Eclipse, Mr. Kindly. 2 shadow demons and Mia. Hanging out, having a good time. And Eclipse is like a big dog, and she's so loyal, and basically he killed a dog in like a horrible way. A dog gets like murdered by a giant snake. And I was like, what the fuck, Jay Kristoff? Just fine, take all my reader tears. I will mail them to you in a jar, you jerk. And it was like, not a quick thing either. It was a long scene and it was rough, and I was like, God damn it, Jay Kristoff, who hurt you? Like, I'm still mad about it. I'm still not over it. Like, I was like ugly crying. You don't kill the dog. You never kill the dog. What is wrong with you? Number 9, the malls are overly crowded with shoppers. Name a series that has way too many books on it and went on for too long. I went with the Anita Blake series by Laurel K. Hamilton. This is just book 1 of the series. And I have not read all the books of the series. I have only read book 1, but I wasn't frankly all that impressed with it to want to continue on. And also I've heard very disturbing things about what happens in later books. But basically I think they're on book like 25 now, and I'm like, bitch, how many vampires are you hunting? Like, I don't understand what's going on still. There's no reason for it to be that long. It's insane that it's that long. So even if I did like it, I still don't think I would be reading them anymore, because like 25 books, and this is going out for like 20 years, no one cares anymore. Like, I can't. I mean, maybe some people really like the series still, but like personally thinking about reading 25 something books over 20 years, I would be sick of it. Like, I wouldn't care anymore. So yeah, I think this is, it's ran its course. It needs to stop running. Like, it needs to stop. So yeah, too many books. It's gone on too long. Number 10, The Grinch. Name a character you hate and can't be a villain. I just went with Celine from The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. This is a book I read recently, and she is that kind of heroine that I fucking hate, like so much. And there's other heroines I could have picked that fall into this category, but this was the most recent, so this is the one that's getting the brunt of my hate at the moment. She is that combo of reckless and stubborn that's supposed to represent a strong female character, but it's not. It's a fucking irrational, hysterical person. This is not the definition of a strong character. This is reckless and stubborn. Those are not characteristics of strong people. They're characteristics of people that you can't fucking stand for more than 10 minutes. Like, I can't with her. Like, everything she does, like, I get it, you're brave for doing that, but like, what's your fucking plan? There's like someone hunting her in this book, like a killer hunting her. She's like, I'm gonna be bait. It's like, and this killer can walk up to you and slit your throat in like 3 seconds. Like, what is your big plan here? Why are you using yourself as bait? Like, how are you gonna get out of this sticky situation you're putting yourself in? She has no answers because she's stupid and stubborn and reckless. And mainly, I think she was the reason I did not find enjoyment in this book, which was one of my most anticipated reads of 2019. I was desperate for this book. I was obsessed. And I could have loved it if Celine wasn't a fuck up. So I couldn't stand her. She needs to get her shit together. All right, so that concludes this little Christmassy tag. I just wanted to do something Christmassy and fun on Christmas Day. So if you're watching this because you need like a break from family time, you're welcome. Happy Christmas to you. Happy holidays. Happy whatever it is you celebrate. I want you to have a nice time. Have fun. Let's get some festivity, some cheer for whatever it is you celebrate. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any different answers to these questions, and if so, let me know what they are down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!